I'm Karen Keith, serving as a county commissioner for District 2 in Tulsa. I never would have been in that position without this man, the mayor of Tulsa, Bill LaFortune, from 2002 to 2006. And Bill, during that time, just 4 years, so many things happened in this city, and I think you should be proud of all that you accomplished. And let's begin with that pledge for the first 100 days. And you fulfilled that pledge. Tell us about it.
Well, when we ran for office, one of our #1 pledges was that we would hold a vision summit, we called it, a citizen summit, where we'd bring together all the citizens across the city and even really the region. We would do that within 100 days of taking office, which we did. I think we actually had it on the 100th day.
Yeah.
But because there was a lot of planning. We brought in some experts, former mayor of Indianapolis and a futurist came also and spoke in the morning, and in the afternoons we broke up. But what was neat was we hoped to have 300 or 400 at most. Over 1,000 citizens showed up. So it was. It showed how much the citizens cared about their city and the future of the city. It was tremendously successful in terms of an event that really propelled everyone forward to begin the visioning process, which is exactly what happened. Of course, then the work began. You know, once it passes, the thing is you got to start doing the things you need to do to build the buildings, which we did. And
of course, it was selection of an architect, and you really kind of stepped out and did something that was a little different with this architect team.
Yeah. Well, it was really interesting that a lot of the architectural firms in Tulsa that wanted the work, some of them had the idea that they would go find an internationally known or nationally known, renowned architect to be a signature architect on their team. So what we were faced with, which was a great thing to face, actually, was 3 or 4 teams that each had their own signature architect. We ended up choosing Caesar Pelli out of Connecticut, and his office is there near Yale University, and Caesar, the work he's done throughout the world is incredible. Some of the most famous architectural buildings in the world have been done by him. And so we were very impressed with him. We got to go visit his studios and see how he does his work.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was so fun. And he's such a gentleman and such a class act. And, you know, so what we had was not just the multi-purpose arena we all wanted and needed for sports and concerts, etc., but we had an architectural piece, too, that came out of this.
An iconic building, which is kind of what his mission was, create something. Is that your the thing when if you go to our city and you look around, is that what you're most proud of?
I think so. I think all the facilities that were built through Vision 2025 that I'm proud of, and I'm a lifelong Tulsan. My family's been around here since 1919. And so as kind of a native son who loves Tulsa dearly, it's exciting to see all the new facilities. And the BOK Center has been so successful. I mean, it's leading the country and the world in ticket sales. And I think it's panned out to be exactly what we said it would be, but many naysayers said it wouldn't be. But I knew in my heart all along that it would be as successful as it has been.
Mayor, city leaders and county leaders and regional leaders are all still working to get river development done. So you were there at the forefront. We were working on the Arkansas River Corridor Master Plan. Can you recall that experience?
Absolutely. Well, and again, there's another one of those pledges when you run for office that you make and you need to follow up on. But we came up with the funding for a master plan. You have to do that. Before you can do anything to develop the river, the Corps is going to require a major study. So we funded the Arkansas River Corridor Master Plan Phase 1 study. We got that done. I co-chaired that effort with a former county commissioner, and again, with leadership from the business community and the citizens. A lot of excitement. Had a lot of town meetings that really were part of that Phase 1, and came up with a real document, a real master plan.
What's your legacy? If you look back on those 4 years, what's your legacy?
I think Vision 2025. You know, again, I grew up in Tulsa, so we used to joke about Oklahoma City. By the time I ran for mayor, we weren't joking about Oklahoma City. And in fact, I worked at the state capitol for a couple of years in the late 80s, and they didn't have anything until they had maps. And they had Bricktown, and an arena, and a convention center. So all of a sudden, we're sitting here in Tulsa watching these things happen down there. We needed to do something, not only to compete with them, it wasn't about competing with Oklahoma City. It was about competing with all the other cities we have to compete with our size, who were building arenas, they were building amenities, and they were attracting jobs and companies, and we needed to get back to that. That's why Vision 2025 was so exciting. And it was also the coalition. It was the building of that coalition. It wasn't easy.
Right.
I mean, there was some things from the past that we had to overcome in relationships and build those relationships with the county, with the mayors from the other cities, and get their trust. That was really important. There was a tremendous amount of trust, and as Bob Dick used to say, all the stars aligned for Vision 2025.
Thanks for your 4 years of great service.
It was an honor to serve, and that would be my last line, was that it is a tremendous honor to serve as mayor. And the greatest reward of the job really are the people, particularly kids. You know, you get stopped in convenience stores and gas stations and grocery stores, and the dad will say, "You know who that is? That's the mayor," and the little face will go, "Really? Can I get your autograph?"
Cool.
I actually sign autographs, but it was a great honor, and I always will cherish it.
Mayor Bill LaFortune.